biggest issues in the sport of jiu-jitsu, or even like coaching and so, or like with that you see out there, even either self-defense or the sport side, like that you see? Is there or do you think it's actually progressing quite well, like just in general, like
I think things don't get worse. I think they just get more specific, right? I just think as long as people are honest with themselves, like, and they don't just take things on face value, you know. So like people talk about self-defense, that's an argument people are never going to solve, you know. It's and there's so many different philosophies and they're all right, you know, but I just think I could talk all day about this and not make sense, but like, so the depends what your goal is. Why are you training, right? So, and it's going to be very different. So if your goal is to be ADCC champion or go as far as you can in no-gi grappling, you need to train one specific way. If you are training for the UFC, same deal. If you are a nerd like me who can only train 2 days a week, your training is going to be different. And why am I training? Am I training to do to be able little confidence, little this, a little that, or am I trying to do a sport and get fitter? You know, it's some things, you know, jiu-jitsu is so good and martial arts are so good in general that you can do some kind of bad stuff and still move towards your goals. Like it's almost in spite of it. You know, there are a lot of things where, you know, people train a certain way and they win in spite of their training, not because of their training.
Sort of just
feels about
grit their way through.
Yeah, gi, there's gi, no gi, doing like the classical self-defense, you know, the prearranged attacks, this or that. I think my personal philosophy is to be as holistic and as well-rounded as possible. One, because I'm a martial arts nerd and I'm not good at it, but I find striking fascinating. The weapons, like I said, the grappling, I think it's all very interesting. And self-defense, like zombie prep, what you're prepared for and what actually happens, whatever happens out there, I guarantee it's nothing you've ever come across in your mind. The day you get attacked, it won't be at the time you're expecting. Either the day you've got the measles, or you're carrying your shopping with your one arm because the other arm's in a splint, or you know you've got your kids with you, or you know this or that. It's always will be never the right time or never exactly. So your training should almost be as chaotic as possible. You know, so
there's no such thing as a perfect.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that first 6 months in pretty much any martial art is the self-defense part, any martial art. And then we find out how much fun it is, and then we turn it into a game. And playing that game makes us somewhat better at able to defend ourselves. You know, it all just depends how specific your training is.
Yeah.
Because self-defense is such a wide thing. It's like saying health. You know, health could mean exercise, could mean diet, could mean mental health. It could mean so many things. And like you say, well, people get caught in their own little, you know, world, and they say, well, I'm just going to eat this and that means I'm healthy, but they're not working out. Or people say I'm going to run a triathlon, but they eat like me, and they're not, you know. So it's the little bit of everything goes a long way, and you know, and it's got to be fun. If it's not fun, you won't do it.
Yeah, well, there were old school triathlons or triathletes, I think are in the 90s. I think especially under this one specific coach and I even tried this, like, where they used to use KFC, like the chicken of KFC, because they had the perfect protein to fat to carb ratio, whatever. Yeah. That will give you the energy for the race. So actually, that's part of.
There you go.
That was used
Breakfast
as a
of
diet.
champions.
Yeah, and that was actually my go-to post-race nutrition. Because you just feel like you just want that greasy kind of, or like that.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. It's been a while since I've had it, but back in the day, that's what I used to do, and that was part of the plan. But because it was like everywhere, and it's like the only thing that these like athletes could get when they're traveling, and they could get their hands on, and like when you're traveling, trusting the food sources. It's like you go overseas, if you have McDonald's, you know what you're eating. It's the same shit all over the world.
So in Brazil, McDonald's, shame on me. Yeah. Because that's, I think I'd say number five.
Yeah. But it's not that that's a good thing, or we're not promoting any of that, but
it is what it is.
Yeah.